Good evening. We have now gone to our new topic on politics and governance. Our new topic for today is about political science as a scientific study and the fields of political science. So, what are the objectives for tonight's discussion? At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to explore the connection between the phenomenon, which is politics, and the methods of inquiry, which is political science. Now, before we go to political science as a scientific study, let us first tackle what is political science. So, what is political science? So, political science is the systematic study of governance with the application of empirical and generally scientific methods of analysis. As traditionally defined and studied, political science examines the state and its organs and institutions. The contemporary discipline, however, is considerably broader than this, encompassing studies of all the societal, cultural, and psychological factors that actually influence the operation of the government and the body politic. So basically, political science is a broad study. It is not just a specific study because it touches all parts and all the branches of social sciences. So basically, political science is like that. As we discussed, political science is like this. It it studies on the government, on how its operations, on its institutions and organs, including the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary, down to its people, as well as its activities, like this, like activity including election. All of these are what we call as political phenomena. So political science is basically surrounded and studied around political phenomena, including election, not only election, but all about the government and its functions and its duties. It's basically uh, all that surrounds politics. So, political science is a field of discipline or specialization. It is the classical discipline that deals with the study of political phenomena, as what we have discussed earlier. What is its goal? Its goal is to deepen human understanding of forms and nature of political action and to develop theoretical tools for interpreting politically meaningful phenomena. So basically, political science deals with on how to understand what's going on around the state. The discipline deals with the traditional fields of public national life such as democracy, parliaments, politicians, elections, and government. However, modern politology is not limited to what takes place at the level of the state. It also exceeds for what is on the state. It exceeds what is outside the state. So what are the subfields of political science? That's what I have said. It is a broad study. So we have public administration, comparative politics, international relations, political theory, and political economy. So, what is public administration? Public administration is the study or the implementation of government policy and also an academic field that studies this implementation and prepares civil employees for working in the public service. So, public administration doesn't only goes around the higher ups or the government per se, but also includes uh, its employees and subsidiaries, its constituents also. Comparative politics, it is a field in political science characterized either by the use of comparative method or other empirical methods. So basically comparative politics is talking about on research on new phenomenon being implemented or sprouted in the political arena to explore politics within as opposed or between countries, between the state or outside the state, or between countries. Substantively, this can include questions relating to political institutions, behavior, conflict, and causes and consequences of economic development. When applied to specific fields of study, comparative politics may be referred to by other names, such as comparative government, since we will be comparing one government from another, past government to the present government. International relations is commonly referred as international studies or global affairs. It is the study of politics, economics, and law on a global level. Depending on the academic institution, it is either a field of political science or an interdisciplinary academic field similar to global studies, or an independent academic discipline that examines social science and the humanities in an international context. So international relations is not only concerned in politics, but it is also concerned on social, social, uh, social as a social discipline also. What is the difference between comparative politics and international relations is that comparative politics deals more on comparison between one government to another or one state to another, while international relations studies more on the partnership and interaction between states and its constituents, representatives. Political theory, or what we know as political philosophy, it is a study of the traditional political philosophy from Plato to the present. Not only Plato, but it stems up from Socrates to Plato to Aristotle down to the medieval philosophers like Augustine and Thomas to the modern philosophers like Immanuel Kant, David Hume, and other political philosophers. This subfield tries to answer questions and develop theories about such abstract issues as ethics, authority, the nature of liberty and freedom, the meaning of civil rights and civil liberties, and how government should function. So traditionally political theory is based on the study on how we must study the political arena using these philosophies from ancient to medieval to modern postmodern philosophers. And lastly, political economy. Political economy is the study of how economics and politics affect each other. Political scientists in the subfield might look at the impact of economic power in international relations or how different economies develop within similar political systems. So, political economy is usually a study between the relationship between economics and politics. Example right now, and during the pandemic that all are suffering from economic recession. So how should the government address such crisis? So political economy enters to that and how economics and politics affect each other. How economics is affected by the political action and how political action is affected as economics is being affected right now by the global pandemic. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening.